All right. Well, I just really appreciate you guys being on our call tonight. I love seeing all your faces, and I just, wanted to share a little bit of stuff that I kind of took away from this LifeVantage Academy that happened on Saturday. Thank you, Christy, for always being on top of it. And this girl, man, if you ever need to know where anything is happening and when, and she's got it, boom, lickety split. So I was actually able to watch the replay. And again, even though it's not in person, I just take away so much from these trainings. They're really so key. If we really want to build this business, we really need that. We need to learn from the people that are kind of doing it every day and having success, and how they're, sharing this with people, hearing kind of their struggles, and knowing that, we all have struggles. We all have people tell us no. We all have people not call us back. We all have sometimes the fear of getting uncomfortable and stepping out, of ourselves to extend the invitation. But really, a lot of that has to do with our mindset and how we really look at this. Do we feel truly that we have a gift to share with people that can help them with their health, and a business that can help them tremendously with their finances? If we truly believe that, then we need to share that. And one of the things that I heard from one of the trainers was that this isn't really as much about sales as it's a share. Like, she's like, we're in the sharing revolution, like this sharing of information, like that's impacted us, and being able to, have these relationships with people to see what their needs are, and to be of service more than of like sales, right? So it's just kind of changing your whole thought process around it, I feel like is a big deal, because we are the ones that get in our own way, because we're afraid that we're going to be come across pushy, or we're going to come across like, a salesy kind of person. And these are completely things that we put in our own brain, really having no idea what the other person is truly thinking. Oftentimes we're making that story up in our head. And so again, just kind of taking the sales word out of it and putting the service and the sharing words into it. So I just thought that was kind of cool. Like, yes, we're part of the sharing revolution. But so anyway, I will get into a little bit more about that training. And but first, I just wanted to go over kind of just some quick announcements and things that came up as well. First of all, I want to congratulate Mackenzie Smith for signing up a customer this last week. So congratulations, Mackenzie, you're doing it. Again, these things, if we're consistent, we're going to get the customers, we're going to get the distributors, we're going to build the business. So it's just, again, sharing it. Sometimes you don't know. It's all about the timing for people. So making sure to do those follow-ups. We know that 5 or more follow-ups is typically the magic number, right? Before people actually make a decision. So if you shared the information, you shared the carts, just follow up with people. You don't even have to mention the products, just check in with them, because sometimes just seeing your name pop up in their text feed or their messenger, it'll remind them. Even that, you could be even making a comment on social media, like on one of their posts. It's just like, boom. And I know that's happened to me before, where, someone has reached out and I'm supposed to do something, and it totally leaves my mind. I mean, people are so busy and distracted, and it's totally not personal in so many cases, it's not a priority for people. And so we just have to be the little ding, ding, ding reminder every so often of like, hey, how's it going? You don't have to, bring up LifeVantage every time, but just keep doing those follow-ups every, week, just checking in, and that way, they're eventually going to do it. So don't get discouraged is what I'll have to say, because some people are right on it. some it may take weeks, some may take months. And it's all about the timing in their lives, not necessarily anything that you're doing, wrong. So, all right, I'm going to share my screen real quick and go over a couple of new things that are happening. So, don't know how many of you have seen that we are going to be having another incentive trip next year in September. And the location has not been announced yet. It's supposed to be announced at Global Convention. And so they're calling it a trip of a lifetime. They're being very secretive and piquing the curiosity about, oh, it's going to be something with beautiful landscape, history, mountains, beaches, who knows where it's going to be, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty amazing. So we'll find out soon where it's going to be, but again, it'll be next September. And they're offering, basically, in order to qualify for this incentive trip, there are a few ways to do it. We need to get 250 points that will basically earn us this trip and be paid as a Pro 4 by the month of June 2022. A brand new person just coming into this company can hit that by June. So I just want to encourage anybody who is thinking that they want to go for this trip. It's totally doable. And it's really just about sitting down and mapping out the different ways that you can earn points. And 250 points is not that much, especially when the points are really being, awarded for doing the business. So essentially the ways to earn the points are to basically sell products to a new customer or distributor, have them on an auto ship where you're getting them to reorder the next month, increasing the number of customers each month, and attending events will also earn you points. And then let's see, not only attending events, but even having your personally enrolled people attend events. So all of this is in your back office. If you just log into your website and then you'll hit promotions, and all of this is on here. Again, just showing the number of points based on people coming in. These are for the events, and then your personally enrolled distributors that attend, you get points for that as well. And then for September, they're actually offering additional points each time you sell, get a premier pack or elite pack to a new distributor. And so that's on there. And also the new Axio, you get points for selling that as well. And they're also doing I'll show you here. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I'm really excited. I just placed an order for it. I can't wait to try it, but this is a promo on a new flavor of Axio. This is spiced plum. And Melissa Kovics, who was on Team Global Aloha Call today, she was saying she tried it this past weekend at Pro 5 Summit, and she said it tastes like, so if you can drink it warm, and it tastes like a hot apple cider or a hot cider. So that sounds amazing. And they're also offering this discount if you buy the spiced plum with the daily wellness, which they're saying is a great combination that you can mix together. So you're getting all of those good nutrients and vitamins with the daily wellness, plus the Nerf 2 brain activation with the Axio, and the flavor is supposedly really good between those two. So anyway, those are all in your back office as well on these bundles. So you're going to get points toward your the incentive trip for these purchases as well. So, all right, I'm going to stop sharing for just a minute and kind of just go over. So with the LifeVantage Academy training, the two people that I listened to was Pro 9 Sharice Matthews, and then Pro 7 Sarah Harding. And so there was a lot of talk with Sharice Matthews on belief. And so as we were kind of talking before the recording started, the belief in this business and this, really there's 4 pillars. It's belief in the industry, belief in the product, belief in the company, and then belief in yourself. So those are really the 4 pillars of belief that really help you to have success in this business. And it's important to really work on building belief in all of those areas. I think most people are here because we believe in the product. I know that, that's what has drawn most of my team and our team here, is just knowing what this product can do for people and for animals, knowing the science behind it, and even having our own personal testimonials with the products. That is huge, and enough for us to want to share that with other people. Having been in this company now for 8 years, I will tell you, my belief in the industry is through the roof. I have never done network marketing before. For those who don't know, I'm a small animal veterinarian. And so this was totally out of my wheelhouse of things. Like, I never considered myself a salesperson, and just thought network marketing was kind of one of those little things, like my mom did Mary Kay, back in the day. And I thought it was like for makeup and fun things, but not anything I would ever consider as like a serious business, or even thought about. And so when I learned about the product, of course I wanted the product. I wanted it to have my family and everybody know about it. So I kind of fell into the business side of it, just as a means to provide the product to people. And, as I began to share, and as people began, getting on the product, and then distributors and people started coming on board, I started to see that residual income. And over time, seeing that build to the point where it literally replaced my part-time veterinary income. And I just never in a million years would have imagined, that could be possible. And now, 8 years later, and my husband being unemployed, and, having this as a means to help get us by during these times is life-changing, and I know we're in such a changing world right now that people are looking for ways to be able to work from home. And and I know for the longest time, like, people were looking for that. We talked about this whole like new economy that was coming with Uber and with Airbnb and all these. I can't remember what the name they called it, like the something economy, but it's basically going from traditional corporate, business employer mindset into now becoming your own boss, but doing it through a company that provides you a means to do that. Gig economy. Thank you, Christy. And so that's when you saw Airbnb and Uber and those types of companies just go through the charts, and they did it all with the use of an app. And, through the last 18 months or so, we've seen now where those businesses rely on really in person, right? Like, a lot of them, you're having to travel, or you're having to get in a car with people. And even those businesses have really suffered, even though they're kind of supposed to be, foolproof in the sense that, well, you can own your own time and set your own schedule. But if there's a pandemic and people can't like go out, those businesses have suffered big time. And so now it's even gotten even more narrow to where people are like, okay, well, so Uber, that kind of didn't work out for a little while. So maybe we need to have something where we can just literally work from our phone and our home. And so that's really, what we have with LifeVantage. And the timing of, being in network marketing right now in this type of industry, especially in the health and wellness space, is so huge. Like, we have never had better timing to be in this kind of industry, because so many people are looking, and they don't want to go into an office. They don't want to work for people that are going to make them do things that they don't want to do, and so it's all about, well, how can I create an income without a huge investment that is going to kind of be low risk, but high potential. And so that's really what we have. So kind of, really understanding that and building the belief in that we have an answer and a solution for people there. So belief in the product, as I said, huge reason why most people are here. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about the products because I know you guys know the science, but I will say this. So with COVID and all the stuff people are worried about with their health, people are looking for all kinds of ways to help their immune system, right? They're spending more money now than ever on vitamins and supplements and ways to boost their glutathione. So this is huge. So glutathione, I was listening to Sharice Matthews, and I know this just from different people that I've talked to, and Jenny probably could share. She's I think has somebody that she was talking to that's doing like glutathione infusions. But glutathione, if you read any functional medicine book or talk to any functional medicine doctor, they're all talking about glutathione. I know a surgeon here in town who has this chronic lymphocytic leukemia, so it's slowly progressive, but he's completely like gone on the holistic track with his health. And he had a friend of mine was over at his house the other day, and she's like, he had a bottle of like glutathione supplements on his counter. And this is a doctor, a surgeon who's researched all kinds of, different herbs and supplements and read up. And anyway, he's got this glutathione supplement, which most anybody who like really researches glutathione realizes that taking a oral glutathione supplement really isn't doing much. It doesn't absorb into your body. It's not going to replace the amount of glutathione that your body actually makes. So in order to really get a boost in glutathione, usually you have to take it IV. So they have all of these, infusion clinics where they're giving glutathione infusions for people that have Parkinson's and neurodegenerative diseases. And now they're even doing it for people just to boost their immune system, because glutathione is our master detox gene. And as we get older, that starts to decrease. And even through COVID, some of the studies that I've read talk about the like how we saw in the beginning where like young people were pretty resilient with the virus and the older people were kind of becoming more obviously affected more. There was a lot of talk about glutathione being a reason for that, because kids have high levels of glutathione. And then as you get older, that glutathione decreases. And so then, as an older person, you're going to be more susceptible, your immune system is going to be more compromised. And so anyway, glutathione has been a huge, huge deal for a long time of research and people trying to figure out how to get more glutathione. And I was going to just show you too this slide. I was just kind of doing like a little search on glutathione. And this here was just one of the first things that came up, and just talking about the glutathione market size expecting to increase over the next few years. And actually in a different article I looked at, it was talking about the expected market for glutathione products is expected to be around $800 million by the year 2028. So $800 million in glutathione. And they're looking at it through not only nutraceuticals, but through cosmetics, through skincare. And so you guys, I just want to say this. So Sharice Matthews talked about this. So Pro9's Sharice Matthews, she's a personal trainer in addition to working with LifeVantage, but she actually had a client who was on Protandim tell her she had gone and gotten glutathione infusions because she was just not feeling well. And she felt like she needed a boost, and it made her really sick. And Sharice said, why are you going to get glutathione infusions? You're on Protandim. She didn't even realize that what Protandim does. Protandim Nerve 2 increases your glutathione production by 300%. And so all these people that are looking for ways to get glutathione, it's just about educating them. Like, listen, we have a product with a peer-reviewed study that shows taking this product is going to increase your production of glutathione. You don't have to go get the IV infusions. They're way expensive. Yes, Jenny says very expensive and hard. And that was what Sharice Matthews said. She said, this girl said, I really had been putting it off because it's so expensive, but she goes, I really felt like I needed it, but then it made me sick. And she goes, well, you already have high levels of glutathione. You did not need that infusion. And so she had no idea. So sometimes we do have to just keep re-educating our customers about why they need to stay on Protandim and what it does. And it's already 9:28. I didn't get to anything. I swear, and I'm not going to go on too long, but okay. Shoot, how did that go by so fast? I guess we talked a little bit about in the beginning. Okay, so belief in the product, belief in the industry, belief in the company. We have an amazing company. We have a unicorn company. One of the things that stuck out to me that she said, there's so many companies that like literally come on the scene. They shoot, like go crazy. I mean, like eyelashes, companies, like nail companies, leggings, and they go to $1 billion and then they last for a minute and then they go, boom, right? You guys, we are a unicorn. We are solid. We have been here since 2005. And guess what? Bad news travels faster than good news, right? If our products did not work, we would not be here still. Not only do they work, we now have 28 peer-reviewed studies on PubMed. And every year there's more and more. And Nerf2 is becoming mainstream now in the scientific literature. So it's just about, we are so on the forefront of all of this with health and wellness that sometimes we feel like we're just like, come on already. Why you like, what's taking people so long? But when you are at the forefront of something, you have to realize like it's going to take a minute for the rest of the population to catch up. And as more and more mainstream stuff starts coming out about it, then they're good. As long as you're continuing to share and people know you're still doing this, they're going to remember and they're going to be like, oh, I remember Carol telling me something about Nerf2. I need to go ask her about that again, or glutathione, and great way on social media to pique people's curiosity, since glutathione is a big name and people know what it is. Like, would you like to boost your glutathione by 300%? I know a great way how that doesn't involve an IV infusion, something like that is just going to pique people's curiosity, or sharing articles about glutathione and ways to do that. So, well, I got to like literally nothing that I was going to share I have notes and notes and notes, but that's okay. I'll save it for another time. I did want to open up to Christy though, because I just want to see if Christy, do you have any like little quick things that you want to share from the LVA?
Well, sure. You covered basically what I wanted to cover, because Sharice is so freaking amazing and her energy is always fire, but there was one thing that she talked about that really stuck with me. And one of them was being a product of the products. And it's not just, we're distributors, we're not customers. So it's not just Nerf2. We should be a product of the products, plural. Nerf2, Nerf1, NAD, Axio, and you guys, we've got so many of these fabulous products. And she really encouraged everybody at the LVA to pick up your phone right now and place an order for something that you don't use, just to try it. And when she said that, I was like, wait a minute, is there anything that I don't use? There isn't. I use them all, but it was just really good message. She went on to say that your best customers are going to be your distributors, because as distributors, with us being plugged in, we learn more and more about the products and what they do and how important they are for our lives. So we're going to want to buy more. And I guarantee you, in the last year, I've spent so much money just on Axio alone. that yes, I am probably the best customer under you, Allison.
It's so
That's
true.
so true. Yep, that was it. That was what I wanted to talk about. I don't want to go too much longer.
Yeah, no, but and I think because we are, as distributors, we are hearing about each of the products. So again, we're the ones that we're using them more, but in our current customers, unless we're communicating with them, I mean, we're probably missing out on so much by just not reaching out to our customers at least like once a month. And, if we're using the app, it's going to remind us every time a customer gets a drop ship of any product. Sarah Harding was saying that today. You need to reach out to your customers and just ask them how they're doing. Ask them, if they want to hear about Axio, or share one of the videos from there, like, hey, or if you love Protanum, you're going to love this, like this is one of my favorite products. And it's so much easier to get a current customer to try something than to go find a brand new person. And so just again, Axio, Cherie says we should be giving Axio out like a stick of gum. I mean, and I'm telling you, I have gotten people on board so much easier with Axio than even Protandim, because they can see it, smell it, taste it, experience it, and in a way that's, kind of that immediate gratification versus Protandim, which we know takes cumulative, effects, takes time. And so it's a great sort of thing. Anytime you're, have that Axio, get those sample packs and just pass it out, and people are going to come back and be like, I need some more of that stuff, so anyway, but thank you for sharing, Christy. And all right, guys, well, it's already 9:34. Do you have anything you want to ask question wise, or share before we go? If you do, just unmute, and if not, that's all good too. But I really want to see all of you guys in person. I miss you. And I would love just for all of us to be global together.
Yesterday and
Global!
today, I was more back to normal.
Carol, you can go on a road trip with me because I'm driving there.
I'm considering it.
Yeah. Okay. You keep thinking.
All right, Carol, I promise to buy you some swag if you come. I'll send you back in some style, Life Vantage swag style.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, it's great seeing all of you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night.